Hello and welcome to the Mad Leprechaun. My name is Mert Walsh. Last year, while I was in Scotland at Knockhill, I was introduced to Sheila Davidson, Jock Taylor's sister. And after a brief chat, she very kindly agreed that she would have a chat with me on camera. Join me after the intro for a chat with Sheila Davidson. I am with Sheila Davidson, Jock Taylor's sister. And now you can correct me on Jock's name.
Yeah, I've always known him as John.
Yeah.
He was 6 years younger than me, and until maybe about 5-6 years after he died, everybody called him Jock before that, but I now start to speak to him as Jock.
Yeah.
But I sometimes revert into just John. So if at any point it is just John. He's my brother.
Yeah. So what do you remember of your brother? What was he like as a person? Or what would you like to tell us that would kind of give us a bit of a feeling as to
He was very a people person. As a younger brother, anybody that has younger brothers or younger siblings wasn't always the best, you know. We had our fights, we had our quarrels and such like, but as he grew up and into his mid-teens and started thinking about bikes, he totally changed.
Yeah.
He was still very much a people person that would be happy to help people, but he had this thing that he wanted to do bikes.
Right.
I don't know whether it started with my father, who used to be a pilot in the Second World War.
Right.
He did Spitfires, etc., and Hurricanes, flew them. And the speed was maybe a thing that came through the family with him. He started off basically as a passenger with Kenny Andrews.
Yeah.
And he thought that was great, but he felt he was missing something.
Right.
He missed something. So towards his late, about 17, 18-year-old, he decided I would like to drive. It was very much yes, but where would you get the bike? Where would you get the money? Etc. So it took a little while before eventually that happened.
Right.
And even by the time that happened, and even by the time he did start to get a wee bit further on into the racing, his boots, although he's a driver, he still had to have decent boots. But there was tape round his boots so much times because he couldn't afford to renew them, get soles put on them, etc.
Yeah.
The black tape came out regular on all these sort of things. But he was the kind of person, if something happened to another outfit or even a solo, if he could help them, whether it was to help get the bike back on the road,
Yeah.
help them with something that was needed. He had maybe, I don't know, some kind of pistons or some kind of screwdrivers or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
He would be there to help.
Yeah.
He was very much, if he could help somebody, hoping that in future time somebody would be able to help him back.
Yeah.
You know, very much so. Very friendly. Very friendly.
Yeah.
In our small village, at that time it was quite a small village, he would go into the local pub years, even after, you know, when he won the world championship, he would come into the local pub and folk, you know, say hi to him and everything. Not once would he start talking about the sidecar racing until somebody asked him.
Okay.
Because he didn't want to say, "Oh, I'm the world champion." That wasn't him.
There was no big I am.
No. It was never like that. Never like that.
Yeah.
So he was really very much a friendly person, helpful person, but it could be a right wee bism when he was a brother. Really much, yeah. So, but no, I am not just I am so proud of what he did. How he brought sidecars out of the last race on every fixture, showing no, we didn't always put oil on the track, it wasn't always sidecars, there were solos that did the same, and he brought that to the fore, and he was getting there, he was bringing sidecars up in a lot of people's estimation.
Yeah.
And it just so happened, as that was happening, that was when he was killed in Finland.
Yeah.
Which, you know, and I know a lot of people said he should never have gone out because of the weather. But the one thing he did say was, people have come to see us race.
Right.
And
he didn't want to let
we'll
them down.
We'll go and race.
Yeah.
Last thing he ever did, which was really sad.
Yeah.
But in Finland, it's so nice. I've been back 4 times. And they've got a lovely memorial for him and everything, and they still remember his name. Every year we have people that text me at the time in August and remember him.
Everybody here really remembers him and remembers him fondly.
Oh yeah,
which has really come across this weekend for me.
Yes,
everybody remembers him and fondly.
Yeah,
which is lovely.
He was a lovely lad. He was a lovely lad.
Yeah. You said earlier he was very, very safety conscious. He was trying to push the safety in.
Yes. He knew of a lot of the pitfalls that there were, and he tried to address them. But he also tried to address them with the other people that were coming into sidecars.
Okay.
To try and make them aware of what could happen and how to go about, you know, being a bit safer.
Yeah. So he tried to encourage up and coming?
Oh yes, very much so.
Yeah.
And he was actually made, this was a special thing, he was made the president of the Motorcycle Federation.
Wow.
Yeah. A sidecar driver's never done that.
Wow.
And he was made the president. I've still got a thing telling you about it and that. And like I say, even people like Barry Sheen and that never got that accolade.
No.
And he did.
Wow.
And that is, to me, that's really special.
Yeah.
No other sidecar driver's ever done that.
Wow.
To my knowledge,
anyway,
has ever done that.
Wow.
So, because it was always solos.
Yeah. Well, that speaks volumes, like how people do hold them in high
yeah.
esteem.
Yeah. It was really good, you know, that respect. Yeah, I am very proud of my brother.
So you should be.
Yeah, very proud.
Yeah.
As you can see on my t-shirt.
Yeah. Kenny was saying this, he was one of the, Jock and himself were one of the first, or if not the first, 2 people to drive round Knockhill.
I think every possibility on that, and that's what Jock decided when he went with Kenny. Yeah, love the sidecars, like passenger.
Yeah.
Have to be a driver.
Yeah.
Have to be a driver.
Yeah.
You know, and it's gone through the family. My daughter.
You said your daughter?
Yeah, she was driving sidecars.
How wonderful.
Yeah, about 4 years ago, I think she took it up.
Yeah.
But only for a couple of years because our work, she couldn't always commit. But she enjoyed it.
Brilliant. It's a fantastic sport.
It is.
And that's what I'm trying to do with my little channel, is to try and encourage more people and share the love of the passion and the sport.
Well, this is it. I mean, you go to anybody, or the majority anyway, of sidecar people, and you need help for anything on your bike,
Yep.
they're more than willing to help you or give you whatever you need to do whatever you need.
Yeah, well,
I've
I'm
always done that.
I'm not a sidecar racer, but I have been welcomed into the family.
Yeah, that's
which is
good.
lovely.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's
that's
good.
a fact.
That's good.
Is there any stories or anything in particular you would like to tell me that you think?
There's so many stories, but what would stick out, I can't really think. But
And one obviously that we can tell people on camera.
I'll tell you something. It's not even to do with the sidecars. It was strange. In our home village, and my girls were teenagers by that time, and the top of where we lived, our house was on the top of a small hill, and it was one New Year, and that was when the what do you call them, skateboards came out. So he decided he was going to go on the skateboard before my daughters would try, and we're top of the hill, you know, and he came down the top of the hill off the skateboard, skinned all these Jock, scared of him. You know, it was unbelievable. You know, you do that, you fasten your sidecar, but you can't do that with your skateboard. It was great.
You said that he started. What age did he start racing sidecars?
It was about 17, I think.
Wow.
17, 18 when he started with Kenny Andrews.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was when he first had his sort of, you know, inauguration.
I didn't realise he was that young.
Yeah, his sort of inauguration. But 17,
Yeah.
18 when he started with Kenny.
Yeah.
And sort of took it from there.
And then after that, obviously, do you know what age he was when he got behind the bars?
Oh, behind the bars he'd be, no, he'd be 19.
19?
19.
Wow.
19 when he was
Wow.
when he was, near enough 19 when he actually was a driver.
Did he have an awful lot of self-belief, or?
I think he did, yes, I think he did. And he knew what he was aiming for.
Right.
He had to be world champion. He had to, which he did.
He did.
And that's the one thing that the whole family, myself and all my family, and even the extended family, know. He made that, and although he died afterwards, he achieved what he went out to achieve.
Totally.
That was his dream,
Absolutely
to be a
wonderful.
world champion.
Yeah.
And he did that. He did that.
Yeah.
You know. And it's nice to be able to, over these years now, people to still remember him.
Yes, indeed.
You know.
And I'm learning by speaking to Boris and yourself and Kenny and people. To be able to speak to you today, Jock Taylor's sister, was an absolute honour.
Thank you very much.
And so thanks ever so much for your time.
Thank you. And it's so nice to be able to project some of his
that's
life.
wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
That's lovely. Thank you.
Shall we call it a day there?
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed this video for any particular reason whatsoever, please feel free to leave a thumbs down. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below, and that way I shall see you in the next one. Until next time, people, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.